things right here are actually the key to how I'm getting this garden planted in what was forest 6 months ago. So I'm left with lots of roots. All the stumps have been pulled, but that still leaves behind a lot of root pieces and a lot of smaller roots in there that I just have to try and work around and through this year. One way we've done that is by building berms with pile of loam, and the other way we've done that is with these. They're actually garden augers. They go right on any drill. This one goes on any drill that is 3/8 inch chuck or larger. And I have to say, this particular one is from Tractor Supply, and I'm a little surprised that I'm saying this, and no, this isn't sponsored or paid. When I went to Tractor Supply, I think I bought all of them that were on the shelf. They were like $9 a piece, and I thought I'm gonna go through these like water and break them. And I'm an hour away from a Tractor Supply. Don't have a lot of other shops and stores like that around here. So I bought everything they had, expecting to go through them. I have a lot of the garden planted. I'm down to planting the corn rows that we made berms for yesterday. And then I'm down to the last patch that will be onions, alliums, potatoes, things like that. I wanted to get all the transplants in, anything that was already started, and the more hot season, warm season annuals in, so that I still had time left, because I am getting late in the season here. But so far, I haven't been through a second Tractor Supply bit. This one bit has done well over 100 plants now, and it's really taking it. And I have to say, I also bought this set from Amazon of various sizes. We've got this 4-inch one. Others, this is just a little bit bigger than the Tractor Supply. This is about the same as the Tractor Supply. And I still have to give the Tractor Supply one credit, because it has better bite getting down into the ground. I think it's because the swivel goes down further, so it begins to dig earlier and gets into the ground. So there are a few safety precautions with these that you want to be aware of. If you read reviews and things online, people will talk about some people actually breaking their wrists. And I know that sounds nuts, but after having used it, I can see how that could happen, especially in this situation. So I'm going to warn you, if you do this, caution, 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 especially if you're working in soil that has a lot of roots, especially, and also rocks. If you're in ground, if you're just using this to make holes, and this is, you know, ground you've worked for a long time with really good loamy soil, not a lot of roots and rocks, that's probably not going to be an issue for you. But what happens is this bit, it grabs up, especially on the roots, and the roots, because they're going through, they just don't give. The rocks obviously don't give either, but the rocks, usually it will just stop, it will go through them, unless you get to the edge of it. It can still kind of grab a little there. So a couple of recommendations that I found online and that I would agree with are to get the handle, use the handle, hold it. That really helps. The other thing that I've done is, instead of just going in and drilling full bore, kind of do it in little shots. That gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. Also, don't stand too close to your handle. That easily takes off and can probably won't break your shin, but it doesn't do it any favors. So making sure we're going in, and you can see that probably has a root over here somewhere, but that went in pretty well. Just reverse it back out. And today I'm throwing some of my started chamomile and zinnias into the patch that, actually it's hard to see, but this is seeded with wildflower seed. This is kind of a little bit of a no man's land at the edge of the garden area. I wanted wildflowers somewhere, and this was a good place to put it. So just a drill down with that. A lot of times still in this ground, because this is totally virgin ground. I might need to open that up a little bit with the trowel. And, you know, sometimes not. But it goes right in, tamp it down, and there we're done. We have it. So this is what I will be using when we eventually get the elderberry field in. Yeah, that's going to be a big project, because there are 1,058 cuttings started as rooted cuttings, but this will actually be the perfect size for that, and we will work our way through that field, you know, just a kind of labor of love, and we'll just get it there. We're expecting slow and steady wins the race. So like I said, I've planted almost the whole garden with this. It's done a really good job, but if you're going to go ahead and do this, you really do want to kind of just be cognizant of those safety features, but otherwise this is a great way to go. And like I said, even if you have an established garden with good loamy soil that you can get through, still a good way to go, because it can just save you a lot of hand digging with the trowels. It's quick. It would be really nice and quick if I didn't have to stop and dig out a lot of roots and rocks and things in between, but that's the state of my life this year. So that's what I got for you on that. I did, like I said, I'm impressed with the Tractor Supply. It's just the Groundworks one. It's worth the few bucks, saves you a lot of time. Would also be great for any kind of bulb planting or anything like that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, interact with us, help us get up in the algorithm, follow us along here, and see how we grow.